as he takes on the reigning world champion, Ruben Peñaranda. You know, it feels like I just remember, like, just the other day when Ruben got his first YCS win. We were there commentating. It was from it was a team event, I believe, in LATAM. We commentated from the office, and I remember telling you, I was like, wow, like, this is someone who's like deserved a YCS win for a while. He's put the time in, the effort, and then now look what he's done since then.
I mean, he's kept proving himself every single time.
Definitely, and now he's at the top. He is going to be playing Aniteckzetto MALISS up against MITSURUGI RYZEAL. Okay. And it looks like Jacob is going to start things off with a Molcharmi Fualos.
It's a Perulia, actually.
No, Perulia.
A little easier to play into from the MALISS side, especially if we're going to be starting off with Gold Sarcophagus. Might not even give him a single draw here.
And then I'm going to go Chessy Cat effect, pay 300.
Yeah, we're going to be leading off with Chessy Cat here. Chessy Cat able to, once it's hit the field, banish a MALISS card from his hand to draw 2 cards. Playing around the Perulia, just happening to do so.
Yep, this is you don't if you have something like infinite impermanence, you usually don't want to use it here on something like Chessy Cat. Because let's say you impermit here, they don't banish the Dormouse, they don't draw 2 cards, but then they can follow it up with the normal summon of Dormouse if you do waste your imperm. But you can hold it for that Dormouse or maybe something like a White Binder, a potential more pivotal moment to imperm the MALISS deck.
I mean, Ruben off to an extremely strong start already.
I'm going to go Dormouse effect.
Dormouse is activated now.
It's going to banish a MALISS monster from the deck, and it does look like it resolves. No infinite impermanence here from Jacob.
Then I'll go effect of White Rabbit.
There is the White Rabbit. White Rabbit's able to activate once banished, take 300. This will add up. So you got to pay attention to the amount of life points you pay if you're not getting it all back with GWC.
Then I'll go effect the set.
Definitely. Already at 900 life points down. MALISS White Rabbit's going to be able to set a MALISS trap on summon here. He's going to set GWC 06. That's special summons from the graveyard or banishment.
No, you're good.
One of the only ways to get your life points back after you keep paying for all of these MALISS effects.
That's right. It does have that bonus effect that if you have a Link 3 on the field, after you use it, you get to gain the attack to your life points. Let's see where Ruben decides to go next.
Looks like we're going to be linking all 3 away here. Potentially into Red Ransom.
No.
There it is.
I'm going to go effect the Ransom.
Now, Red Ransom has gotten a lot better since the release of Alan's Insight with the introduction of MALISS in the Mirror. Not only is it another spell that you can potentially search with Red Ransom, it also makes MALISS in Underground a little more viable because you can use MALISS in Underground to banish that MALISS in the Mirror, then banish a MALISS monster from your graveyard, and you're able to access MALISS March Hare.
And then Dormouse.
Yeah, March Hare existing already just gave you so many more levels of how to play this deck.
Resolution.
You're good.
Yeah, I always like to look at it like kind of like the Fire King Kieran, as it's able to help you dodge things potentially, gives you some interactive play during your opponent's turn, but also has like so much more that it can give you. I mean, even that the fact that it can add back when it's banished makes Allure Darkness free sometimes. But we do see him activate GWC06. He has to banish a MALISS monster in order to special summon back that Chessy Cat. And now the Red Ransom, since it's banished, will be able to pay 900 life points, special summon it back to the field, and then banish a Cyberse monster from his deck. So right here, he could also banish a March Hare if he wants to add it to his hand, without having to use the MALISS in Underground to go after that MALISS in the Mirror.
I mean, he has used every other name so far, so likely that will be what happens.
Paying 3.
Yeah, Dotscaper not as popular in MALISS decks now. They really kind of like streamline for efficiency. They don't want any dead draws, so they're trying to slim down some of those cards that they used to play in the MALISS strategy.
Absolutely. Now, GWC was used, and because Red Ransom was banished for cost here, it was not there at resolution, so will not be gaining any life. It's been an expensive turn so far, but we're likely going to be trying to reset that GWC with the effect of White Binder later in this turn.
I'm going to go Allure Darkness.
All right, now we're going to see Allure of Darkness come down here for Ruben.
Yes. Sorry.
He's going to let him draw 2 cards and banish the Dark from his hand. Won't be able to get that free value since March Hare's already used its effect to add back from the banished when it's banished. But he's going to banish an extra copy of Chessy Cat.
All right, large hand here. Let's see how he decides to combo further. There is a Drone Lockbird at the end. I think every single card that could be added has been added at this point.
Yeah, Droll's gotten a little bit better because they still can go into like Cyberse Wicked to be able to search for a backup secretary. Backup Aniteckzetto. It lost the secretary part when it became a main deck monster. But we'll have to see if that's going to come into play here. He already has so many cards in hand. It looks like he does already have the backup in the hand.
Did a card get summoned from Ruben's hand at this point to give him a draw off Perulia?
No, I don't think so. No, but it's about to be.
Well,
Oh,
was
with the
wondering-
Droll, he's under Droll and Lockbird now, so
Yeah.
he won't be able to draw any cards.
I was wondering what was the point of waiting for the Droll up to this point. I think he was just potentially waiting to see if he was going to be able to get a card off Perulia. But now it's just far too late for it to ever be necessary, which is unfortunate for the immediate play after to be backup Adagnister.
Yeah, at least he won't be able to add the Wizard Adagnister with backup Adagnister's effect.
Finishing.
I think the way the Perulia and the Droll played out is only hurting Jacob here.
Anything here?
No, you're good.
Yeah, it does not feel good. He has 2 cards that he's used from his hand for defensive options, but Ruben is not slowing down in the slightest. He's going to link those 3 monsters away for Heart's Cryptor. Now we'll see if these 2 are linked away for something like Firewall Dragon, or if he's going to get another monster on the field and trying to go into White Binder. But it does look like he is going to link them away, and it is going to be Splash Mage.
Splash
So
Mage.
he is going to try and find a way to get to White Binder.
Yeah, we'll be able to climb back up here.
Splash targeting here.
Flash Mage will target the March Hare, summoning it back to the field. Likely going to immediately link away the 2 bodies here.
Link summon with these 2. Summon out. Binder.
White Binder will likely
on
not use its
summon.
effect to banish anything from graveyard here. Not really a reason
Won't
to.
use its effect. Effect to reset.
Yep, it's going to reset the GWC.
DW6.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now it's a question of if he has any other monster to extend past this point. We do know about the Mouse and Underground. He is the only effect that's...
K9.
Oh, of course, being able to just banish the Cryptor.
I'm at 5k.
I paid 3,000 life points this turn.
That's a lot of life points, but he's building an impressive board along the way. Now this is where the Firewall Dragon is going to come down.
Nice
Beautiful,
Ghost Rare.
yeah, beautiful Ghost Rare.
Not one you see very often.
All right, so he got to reset the GWC, sets another card face down. Ends with Firewall Dragon. I believe he has a March. Well, he used one of the March Hairs, but he might have another copy of March Hare in his hand, which is works like GWC 06 potentially. Being able to banish a Malice, link monster from the graveyard, and just summon right back.
Yeah, the same as any Bestial,
Oh, yes,
essentially.
Habakiri is going to be activated first to start things off here for Jacob.
Summoning Saji, tributing
Yep.
Saji. New chain Saji effect.
I'll chain Ash Blossom.
Ooh, an Ash Blossom on the Saji. Could be brutal here.
Activate Ritual.
Oh, no, we already have
Summoning.
Ritual in the hand.
From the hand.
Wrong start.
Looks like he's going to be trying to summon
Looking.
from his hand. Let's see if this prompts a response here
I'll
from
chain
Ruben.
GWC.
He is going to chain the GWC06 to special summon back a Malice monster. He's going to go after the White Binder. Now White
And
Binder
then
is
I'm
going
gonna
to
gain
be
23.
co-linked with
Put
that
me at
Firewall
53.
Dragon.
Or 73.
So
This
now-
was a very rough chain, I think, for Jacob to go for here because he's trying to. He said he's summoning from hand, which means he's going to be tributing the monsters from the deck here. If he's trying to go for something along the lines of the Serpent, okay, no, he's just going for 2 tribute effects here, which is fine. But otherwise, if he was trying to
your
summon
turn
a
player, so you
monster from the
have
graveyard, the
to
White Binder
work
would have been
your
able to
effects.
banish that in the
Chain
chain.
Link 1, a Handmaid,
Yep,
chain Link
definitely
2,
Jacob saw that
Chain
coming
Link
too,
3,
so
cost
he's going to
effect.
go ahead and use
Thinking here.
the 2 Mitsurugis to add back from the graveyard, potentially. He still has Firewall Dragon online. Malice White Binder is going to have the effect on someone to banish 3 cards from either player's graveyard.
I think this potentially is a position where you have to chain the Firewall to put the Murakumo back in the hand. Potentially before you can, before there's an option to grab
White
prayers.
Binder, chain link 4, targeting your ritual spell.
Interesting,
Red
going after the
Ransom,
ritual spell.
and
Not
my
really a
Cryptor.
point in doing that, because Kusanagi can add back from banished as well.
Response.
I mean, he's just
Chain of Hand.
why not kind of thing, maybe.
To force
Sure.
me to discard.
Correct, but it was the effects.
But he's just trying to get some more
I'll chain him
monsters
to target.
go link.
Interesting. Okay, opting to use the
Alright,
infinite permanence
so
instead of
this
discarding
gets
any of those cards in
banished,
hand.
These 2. If
Is
that gets banished.
Going to banish
then
the
you
Heart's
resolve this,
Cryptor, the Red Ransom.
And then my board doesn't get destroyed because
Correct.
it got impermed.
And Firewall is just a bounce, correct?
Correct.
I wonder how important those 2 cards in hand are that you're choosing to keep
I'd like
those
to
instead of
see.
infinite permanence. They both have to be pretty good.
I mean, it
Sounds
looks
I
like
don't
we're
know what
not
the
going
last
to
card
find
could be,
out.
but
But
wasn't
he only
necessary.
had
It's
one
like-
card in hand
like I
since he
have
had
two
those
banishes left,
defensive
so I was
I was
options.
like, you played around Perulia so well. I was like,
And you
Yeah,
hear
it is
Jacob
what it
giving
is.
the world champ
I was like, I
his
couldn't
props
even, I
for the
couldn't
way
even
he
play.
played
I was
around Perulia. I mean, if there's a deck that can play this weekend, and this is game number 2, so let's jump into it. The duelists are ready. They all drew their hands in the exact same way, which is kind of funny to see. But Ruben, I see at least a Mulcharmy and an Ash Blossom.
Draw's good.
Standby.
Yep.
Mid.
Made it all the way to main phase 1. Nothing's been activated just yet. Pass? Did you say pass? I heard pass.
I guess that can happen sometimes.
Oh, no, not like this.
All
Not
right,
in
so
the
when
last
Malice
round.
goes first, it's pretty good. Oh, but there's a Lancia. I mean, if he passed before, you're fine to just pass back now.
I think that is an option, but if he has anything proactive he can use, but
I mean, you said that he has a Mulcharmy of his own.
True, he could just end up passing right back. Say, like, you better draw something good, and even if you do, I might have something to stop it. Will we see 2 passes in a row?
Draw, pass turn.
Nope.
Oh, he looks like he might commit.
Normal summon?
All right, he is going to normal summon back up at Ignister.
Lets him add a Dark Cybers to hand. See what he goes for. Gonna grab the Dormouse for follow-up here. Just saying that the other cards in his hand will get him to the next turn anyway. Discarding the Flawless. Backup will hit in for some small damage here.
You're at 68 to my full.
Yes, correct.
I'm going to present the deck. Main phase 2.
It actually looked like his hand was very weak and couldn't play that well anyway because his starter was backup at Ignister. So this worked out pretty well for him.
Yeah.
I do think it did the best he could with his bad hand, but it does look like Jacob drew a card that he can summon, and that's going to be Ice RYZEAL.
Wallace would have been really strong into that, but because you pretty much know, I was going to say, you knew he couldn't play before. Dominus Impulse here, essentially being effect failure, but that could be good enough.
Go to battle.
Yeah, but it looks like we're going straight to a battle phase. We have a quick one here. Jacob's going to take down the backup at Ignister with his Ice RYZEAL.
75 to your 68.
Correct.
All right, we'll see if it's an immediate pass back here.
We got an honest game on our hands.
Yep.
I mean, I got to peek at Jacob's hand. It is pretty abysmal.
Not great,
attempt to use effect.
but now Ruben has made it through the Artifact Lancia turn. Malice P Dormouse is on its way down. It's going to banish Malice White Rabbit.
My Rabbit's able to activate its effect here, paying 300, summoning itself back from the banish as long as there's no interruption.
Effect to White Rabbit.
To
Set.
Set.
Effect on field will be setting a Malice trap from the deck. Let's see what he goes for. There is MTP 07.
You have 3 cards, 4 cards in here.
Pretty telling of what his current set is for his opponent.
One can guess.
Thinking here.
TB11 for sure, right?
You would think it would be TB11, but apparently you just don't need that card in Malice anymore. I don't know if I agree with that. I do like having TB11, but a lot of Malice players have cut it, and they are really only running MTP 07 and GWC 06.
And they're doing well, so you can't really complain.
Yeah, I'm not always right, but we see a Link summon coming down here for Cybers Wicked.
Wicked's good. The summon is good.
Wicked is a cool one, so if you special summon a Cybers monster to a zone it points to, you'll be able to add a Cybers monster from your deck to your hand.
But there is a Ghost Bell chained.
Do you think Ghost Bell's popularity has kind of increased this weekend?
Yes, absolutely. I think it is a card that sees a lot of play right now, and it was really crucial in this moment right here. If Ruben does not have an extender here.
Wow.
Was not expecting that one.
Yeah, so Cybers Wicked is kind of a new card they've incorporated into Malice. I mean, it's from Savage Strike. It's not a new card itself, but new to the deck.
Not even new to Ad Ignister, if you really think about it. So if when you're playing your Ad Ignister strategy, Cybers Wicked is going to be there.
So while it can pay off huge and help you access more Cybers monsters from your deck, including those brand new Ad Ignister monsters out of Alliance Insight, where something like Haggard Lizard Dose here wouldn't have been stopped by Ghost Bell and been able to get to in Link 3. It did play into some of those cards that can interact from the hand here. And now we're seeing another battle phase here from Jacob. It doesn't look like he drew into another level 4 monster, so he's going to try and take down the Cybers Wicked. But it's just
can't be destroyed by battle.
But it's just going to do damage. But you still take the damage. It's all, you still take the damage.
That's relevant against Malice, I'll give you that.
It is. It adds up.
Main one.
Now, does the monster have to be special summoned specifically for Cybers Wicked triggers effect?
Go ahead.
I would have to look.
Oh, well, if we're normal summoning Dormouse anyway, I don't think it matters.
It's either it's gonna happen one way or another. I do think it has to be special summoned. But yeah, Dormouse is going to resolve.
It's going to be able to banish Chessy Cat. Interesting choice. I wonder if that's actually live here, because I imagine the Dormouse was also drawn for turn.
6,000.
Yeah, Chessy Cat, if they're cutting down on the amount of Malice traps that they're using, Chessy Cat becomes a little more valuable than White Rabbit. But yep, Cybers Wicked is going to banish White Rabbit. Now he's going to be able to Add probably backup, add Ignister.
Back up to my hand. On a new chain, I'll go right rabbit, chain link 1.
White Rabbit is going to pay 300 to special summon itself to the field.
All right, now it's just about efficiently going for game, because you don't really want to play into anything. You don't have to. You've only summoned 3 times here.
Go ahead and link with these 2.
Yep, that could go ahead and make White Binder here, if he so chooses, or just going for Red Ransom to keep the combo going. Looks like we're going to keep it going.
It's going to search for a Malice spell.
It looks like Jacob is contemplating. He is going to use an Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring.
To look at your hand.
Okay, Talons will look at your hand. Well, guess what? There are 2 of them.
Nibiru's.
Thinking.
So he's already summoned 1, 2, 3, 4 times.
It's only 4 times,
Okay.
yeah.
So he can just stop here. He can put back the Ame no Murakamo, yeah, and just leave him with the 2 nibs.
I mean, he still has game.
Greatest.
I'm pretty sure. Oh, let's see how much damage he needs to do. He's already resolved Dormouse. He can attack, activate MTP to banish the Red Ransom. Red Ransom will come back and...
No, but did he... Oh, banish it with the effect of MTP07, right. That makes sense. I was like, it was set last turn, but he can actually use the MTP07 to banish his own card.
Yeah,
as we learned in a previous YCS.
It matters here because there are names he hasn't used yet.
Yeah.
So he can banish another one from the deck as well.
True, true.
I'll enter battle phase.
Yep, he sees it. He's going to go into the battle phase. Red Ransom's going to attack over Ice RYZEAL. Jacob's just holding on to 2
attack with Chessie Cat for 21.
Nibiru's in the hand. They're not going to do anything in the battle phase.
At 35, and then attack with White Rabbit for 18.
Yep.
Puts him down to 17, and then the MTP07 can banish his own Red Ransom.
You know which card this is.
So I'm at, sorry, 18.
You're at 17.
17?
Correct.
Yeah.
He's at 1700. I'm at 5700. Main phase 2.
Nope.
Oh, he's not doing it. He knows both cards in his hand. I guess he didn't see the option.
Yeah, I don't think it'll matter too much here as he's going to link them all away for White Binder.
Anything on summon?
Nope.
Factory reset.
I might have Nibiru'd that on summon. Oh, but I guess it wouldn't have mattered because he would have chained the MTP07, banished
I
the
feel
White
like
Binder.
if he remembered that he could do that to banish itself, that he would have done that in the battle phase. But I mean, this is a fine position to just pass in potentially.
Yeah, I mean, there's still no card here that Jacob can draw to win this game.
The main phase.
Yep. If he wants to nib, go for it. It eliminates your top deck of X RYZEAL.
Nip token. Animus.
Yeah. I'm gonna link right off.
Yeah, Link Spider. I was waiting for it. I was like, I know he runs it, and then I'm waiting for the backup and everything.
Oh, and now we can continue with the backup.
Yeah,
Essentially,
like,
honestly, this makes the board bigger.
I'm cooked.
Jacob sees the writing on the wall. He says, I am cooked. No, this is the last round of the day. No reason to scoop here just yet. And then you are playing on a big stage against the reigning world champion.
We are... Is he choosing to add? Oh, he did add the wizard. Okay.
Wizard, effect, targeting.
Wizard Agnes are going to special summon itself and a card from the graveyard.
I'm going to go...
Looks like he's considering just using 07 to get rid of the Nibiru here.
You could just go into Heart's Cryptor. There's a million things he can do here.
I imagine at some point the Cryptor will hit the board. There is Splash Mage once again.
The Nibiru was more of a green light than a stopper here for Ruben. Then all 3, that's 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep,
Or just Cryptor.
Go MTP, search. And I'm going to banish the nib.
Grabbing the Marcher.
Because when we saw the play, like at the last YCS, or it was 2 YCSs ago, with the MTP07 banishing its own card, it's not something that's super obvious.
I guess this is the one. I questioned when it would make sense then. I guess this is the situation where it would make sense, where you're trying to do some battle phase tricks.
Right, exactly, yeah. But, I mean, he is in a commanding position. His opponent spinning that last card in hand. It is just a copy of Nibiru the Primal Being.
I'm surprised he opted to actually get rid of the Nibiru the Primal Being here. I think he wants to... I suppose if he always is going to threaten the battle phase, might as well get rid of it, but I didn't want to open up X as a top deck.
45?
I don't think X will be enough even still. Yeah. He's going to be able to go into Firewall. He might be able to go into Allied Code. Talker out Ignister as well.
Target. My
He's
trap.
going to banish some Malice cards, so he'll have some fuel for the Heart's Cryptor.
And I'll banish a Dormouse.
Getting those names banished for the Cryptor, as you mentioned, being able to recycle them as well. Now it looks like we're going to be making a Link 2 in IP Masquerena.
Attempt to leave the main. Pass turn.
All right. This should be enough. Let's see what Jacob's last card of this duel is.
Stand by.
I guess that's technically X'd, if
Yeah,
you
I
think
mean,
about it.
Trinash.
Okay.
Awesome and Joy Spring's
like,
going to end
my
it. And Ruben is going to move on 9-0, winning every round of day one. All but